4. Welcome, race fans, to the Salvation Army 150. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network. My name is David Hillbilly Hera, and I'm in the booth with David Lurfano. This is the All-American Racing Leagues or Lawn Care Truck Series. And again, this is the Salvation Army 150 from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Dave, how's it going today?
Oh, great, Hillbilly. Looking forward to this one. Historic racetrack, different layout for these guys. Should be fun to watch. And I'm curious here. I haven't run the trucks here at all, so I'm not sure how that draft comes into play here at Indianapolis, but it definitely will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, without a doubt. I know these long straightaways you would think that the draft would come into play, but then entering turn one, you are carrying a lot of speed into that very first turn. Which these turns, all 4 corners are identical. So 1 and 3, you're carrying a lot of speed. You need to exit these turns in such a way that you can get into turns 2 and 4 with enough speed and momentum coming out of the turns to carry you down that long straightaway again. So we should see some very interesting racing tonight. I don't know we're going to see a whole lot of different lines. Seems very line dependent on entry especially.
Yeah, I think momentum is your best friend here at Indy. Like I said, you missed your mark a little bit here and you kind of blow the whole corner. It's hard to, the corners are so flat. I think the corners are banked to something like 9 degrees. So once you miss that mark, there's no bank, it's hard to get that truck to come back down. You kind of have to just miss the whole corner and regroup coming out on the other end. So, but you need that runoff to keep the momentum down these long straightaways for these trucks. And it's a drag race. It seems like if you get sent out of line here, you're going to lose quite a few positions.
Yeah, absolutely. And you alluded to the fact that this track has 2 5/8 mile long straightaways. It has 4 geometrically identical 1/4 mile turns. It's connected by 2 1/8 mile short straightaways on either end. This track it's exciting. It is iconic, as you mentioned. I believe this track was built back in, I believe it was 1909. It was constructed as a banked oval racing. Today the track temperature, I'm not sure why. Anyway, we're 70 degrees ambient temperature with 55% humidity. Skies are clear, 2 mile per hour. I believe it was 108 is the track temperature for today, currently.
Yeah, so a little bit of heat in the track. Yeah, the interesting thing is, this, like you were saying, this track was built back in 1909, but NASCAR didn't actually come here until 1994, I believe. In the inaugural race. I think it was won by Tony Stewart, if I remember correctly.
Well, today we have some rock stars in the field. Peter Terrio was your fastest in practice, with Cam Harris second. Scott Leonardo da Vinci Leonard was in third. Lilith Peters was 4th quickest, and Charlie Dickey was top 5 there.
Yeah, and those drivers put down some pretty quick laps there in practice. So I was curious if they can back up their times here in qualifying. I haven't seen any times set as of right now. But we'll see how this all shuffles out.
Yeah, we're riding with watching Kyle Purcell at the moment as he's making his qualifying run. The points battle is heating up with only 2 races left before we move into the chase format. So following race 7, it looks like our points leader is Kyle Purcell. He held on to it over Peter Terrio in 2nd. Jackson in 3rd. Rodney Huberpacker is in 4th. Christian Delgado, 5th in points. 6th is Travis Rodriguez. 7th, Jeremy Flanagan, Ozorku. 8th is Nathan Christensen. And tied for 9th is Justin Horton and Donald Manning. So we're having a pretty good battle here. The cutoff is it top 10 or top 12 here, Dave?
I believe it's top 12. And looking at that, I mean, you got Tyrone Yo holding down that 12th spot right now, only 2 points ahead of 13th and Adam Angerstein, and 2 points again back to 13th or 14th, I should say, for Scott Leonard. And then there's a little bit of a gap, 7 points back to the 15th place driver, Sean Purcell. So it's going to be interesting watching that battle right there between Tyrone, Adam, and Scott for that final transfer spot.
Yeah, without a doubt. Looking at some of these qualifying times as they're coming up right now, we have Scott, who we're on camera with now, is currently holding down a 52.57 with Peter Terrio just behind him at a 52.60. So these times for the top two spots were really fast so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure. Let's see. Cameron Harris, who was, I think, quickest in practice, he's at a 53.3. May still be on his second lap here. So wait and see what he can do on his second lap.
And we see that Cam Harris doesn't have a number on his truck. That's a good-looking paint scheme he has there, but looks like it is missing his number. He will be in the number 5 today for... I believe that's is that Assault Motorsports that he's representing today? I know he's running a Project Dynamic paint scheme, but that's Assault Motorsports there on the hood. It looks like.
I believe he's running for Assault today.
Yep. So let me pull up the grid here so we can kind of see what's going on. I think I can give us a grid to look at. As far as our current qualifying lap times, we still have a few trucks that are making their runs as we take a look from the blimp over the infamous, I guess it's famous, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's a beautiful facility, it really is. High-tech facility. As you see, they have grandstands on both, right at the front straightaway before the start-finish line on both sides of the track, which is unique to Indianapolis.
It looks like it does it for qualifying. It looks like Scott Leonardo da Vinci is going to pace the field here.
Yeah, Scott Leonard with the pole position for Hillbilly Motorsports. Peter Terrio is second for Dominion Motorsports. Kyle Purcell will be in third for Victory Racing. Rodney Huber-Packer's fourth. Charlie Dickey fifth. Travis Rodriguez sixth. Seventh is Chris Needham. Eighth is Adam Angerstein. Ninth, Sean Purcell. 10th, Christian Delgado.
And it looks like starting 11th is going to go to Cam Harris. 12th goes to Don Manning. 13th is going to go to Jackson Minter. 14th is going to go to Jeremy Zorku Flanagan. 15th will go to Justin Horton. 16th to Tyrone Yo Jr. 17th will be Ryan Everhart. 18th, newcomer to the league, Jackson Carr. 19th will go to Lilith Peters. 20th, David Sharon III, or 3, I should say. 21st will be Johnny May.
So I don't know about you, but I'm ready for these guys to get gridded and get this thing underway. Should be, as they are gridding now. We're waiting for the pace truck to lead them out of here on this, what'll seem like a very slow lap around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But it's going to pick up. It's going to pick up a whole lot. It's going to pick up really quick.
Yeah, and the funny thing about this place is it's one of the fastest pit roads we come to. But where pit road is so long, it seems like it's the slowest pit road that they come to. It just takes forever to get down pit road here. So stopping on the green is just feels like an eternity.
So as these trucks pace around here and get ready to get started. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and I know the broadcaster curse and all that, but who do you think we should be keeping an eye on here, based on the practice speeds and what you've seen so far, and what you were feeling yourself out on the track when you were running laps earlier?
You know, this place is very tough. It'll challenge you. I mean, the one to always watch here, I think, is Peter Terrio. He's always up front. He's always quick. He's found trouble as of late in some of these races. But to be honest, I'm excited for Scott Leonard here to be starting at the pole and see if he can lead some laps here and have a good run for him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was looking through the field, and what really sticks out to me is that Lilith Peters, and I don't know if she had maybe an incident or something on her qualifying lap, but to see her back mired in 19th for the start, that's a little unusual for what we've seen out of Lilith in the past.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened to her in qualifying, whether she chose not to qualify, which I don't believe would be the case, but it could be, or she just had an issue here with qualifying.
And we're coming to the green flag, it looks like, Dave, as the pace truck is off. We'll wait for Barney here to wave that flag and see these trucks on their way. And the green flag's in the air. Take it away to turn one, Dave.
Yeah, it looks like Peter Terrio gets a nice jump there on the outside. He's going to be able to clear Scott Leonard down here in the one. Rodney Uberpacker fighting hard on that outside. Kyle Purcell's going to try to follow Scott Leonard down here in the bottom.
These trucks are flying off the turn two as they make their way down the backstretch. The leader into turn three is still Peter Terrio, followed by Scott Leonardo in the picture. And leading your first lap, Peter Terrio.
Looks like they're already trying to settle in here, single file, on some laps. So we're able to get around back to the third spot.
Looking back here at Travis Juggles Rodriguez is in the 6th position, still holding what position he started in. Not too much movement, except for the leaders there switching positions. Charlie Dickey looks like he's going to try to make a move on this 29 of Rodney Uberpacker. As the 37 is getting a little closer, kind of pull it in, maybe getting a little draft off the 29.
Yeah, that looks like what the case may be with that draft is. Charlie kind of scraped the wall there, down in the one.
That's the curse we're talking about, folks. Rodney Uberpacker is putting a little pressure on Uberpacker's putting a little pressure on the number 10 of Kyle Purcell for that 3rd position.
Now we get the 4 of Needham looking to the inside of Travis Rodriguez here.
Looks like he's going to make that pass.
Yeah, that looks like a pass for 6th. Big slide for Dickey right there, coming off the corner.
And look who's coming into the picture here, that number 9. He's got a kitty cat on the back. I love kittens. Not much for cats, but love some kittens. That is a kitten on the back of that truck, yes. Of Adam Angerstein.
That's what it looks like.
You know, Sean Purcell is sitting in his truck going, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. The 9 moves to the inside of the 37, 9 to 79. Looks like the 79 was able to get around, and the 9 is going to clear the 37 going into the entry of, I believe that's turn 4.
Yeah, I think Dickey's scraping the wall. Then that really, this track is very aero dependent. And I think that's just gonna hurt him. That looks like that right front fender is just tweaked just a little bit, just enough.
Folks, we're still, Peter Terrio still out to a fairly comfortable lead over Scott Leonard at the moment. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle here. Actually, the battle for third looks like it's heating up quite a bit between Cal Purcell and Rodney Huberpecker. Rodney Huberpecker has moved up from the 4th position to 3rd, and it looks like he's going to hold on to that as he's now going to try to chase down Scott Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, Rodney lost a few spots there in the early going. Looks like he's pulling back, coming back towards the front here once everything gets sorted out.
You know, we have these wall cameras, and it amazes me how well they're able to hold on as you see the camera just shake as these trucks are flying by, 190 or 200 mile an hour. And this is from our digger cam. Whoa! As the 15 truck runs right over the digger. Back out front, your leader is Peter Terrio. Out of Maryland. He also runs in the Truckers Feed America Cup Series that we have on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on ESPN, brought to you by Sim Racing Media. Scott Leonard in 2nd. And fall back here to Rodney Huberpecker. He's about 1.2 back from Scott Leonard. And then Kyle Purcell in his 10 truck is another 0.8 of a second back. With Sneedham hounding him now for that position. It looks like the 9 and the 79 are having a good battle between Travis Childers Rodriguez and Adam Anderson. So Adam was able to make that move on the outside and take over the 6th position. Cameron Harris is up 3 positions to 8th in his number 5 Assault Motorsports Project Dynamic Toyota. Charlie Dickey is 9th with Sean Purcell running on the top 10.
And Dickey still seems to be struggling here after he scraped the wall. He's just, like I said, he's dropped back 4 spots from where he started. He looked early on, he was on the move, and a little bit of damage I think really hurt him here. He just keeps giving up almost a position a lap at the moment.
As Chris Needham is making the move on the 10 truck to take over that 4th position. And Adam Ingerstein is flying. He is right there taking advantage of the 10 as well, following Chris Needham right on through there to take the 5th position. I'm not sure Adam's done yet, though.
Yeah, Adam I don't think is done. He's trying to chase down Chris Needham here. Adam, his truck, like we say every week, Adam always seems to have a quick truck. Just seems to find himself in some peculiar situations sometimes.
He does it, but week after week it seems like we keep talking about this guy. So it's not going to be long. I think he's going to be winning some races here and really having these guys work for their finishes. Rodney Huberpecker's passed Scott Leonard. We missed that pass. I apologize, folks. But as he moves into that 2nd position and see if he can chase down the leader, Peter Terrio. Peter Terrio's out by 2.4 seconds at the moment over Rodney Huberpecker. Looks like we have something happened to Ryan Everhart. I think he just went off track. We're going to go back and take a look at it here. Oh, wow. So he was off track, so the iRacing did not throw a caution for that, and he was able to get going again. So, hard to see from that angle exactly what turn he was in. But, nonetheless, we'll get back to some live racing here. Looks like the 4 of Chris Needham and the 9 of Adam Angerstein are running down Scott Linder pretty quickly. They're going to be on him here in no time. At this pace.
Yeah, looks like Peter Terrio just keeps kind of slowly increasing his lead here. Doesn't look like he's fading one bit. Uberpacker's just hoping he can make a mistake as the caution is out.
Let's see if we can find out what the caution, what the yellow was out for.
I'm not seeing it. The only thing that maybe could have happened is with Ryan Everhart, maybe something happened. They threw the caution.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe because iRacing didn't catch it, because we show him on pit road, but not really seeing what that yellow's for, and no real indication. As I believe we have, folks, let me get back to live, see if we can get a look at pit lane here, see if any of our leaders are gonna come down and take some tires. We're on lap 12 of 60 in the Salvation Army 150 for Or Lawn Care Truck Series. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network, and we're members ourselves of the All-American Racing League. As a matter of fact, Dave is the founding member of All-American Racing League. He kind of runs the show here and does a fine job at doing that. And we now have the Or Lawn Care Truck Series. We have an Xfinity Series coming up next season. We also run our Truckers Feed America Cup Series on Tuesdays, as I said. All start times are 7:30 practice with an 8:05 green flag.
Yeah, a lot of exciting things coming to AARL here, especially for next season. Really excited that we're going to be doing this Xfinity Series. So we'll be setting this up as, kind of a beginning spot, or, I mean, heck, if anybody just wants to run trucks, they can run trucks, but, the process would be starting the trucks, kind of prove yourself, work your way up through Xfinity and then eventually into the Cup Series. I know right now we are actively recruiting for both the trucks and Xfinity, so if anybody out there listening is interested in the league, want to put your hat in for the trucks or Xfinity for next season, give us a shout.
Absolutely, and while you were giving us that great explanation there, it looks like from 5th on back, it came to pit road. Peter Terrio, Rodney Uberpacker, Scott Leonard, and Chris Needham are the only 4 trucks that stayed out on the track. And looks like the 9 of Adam Angerstein will be first off pit road. Next is Cal Purcell, Charlie Dickey, Travis Rodriguez, Cam Harris, Sean Purcell, Jackson Leonard, Lilith Peters, Christian Delgado, and Jeremy Flanagan. Followed by, looks like it's going to be Don Manning in the 92. And the 2 of Tyrone Yo is exiting now. With the 15 of Justin Horton is still on pit road. I don't know if he's getting some damage repaired. Maybe. So he lost quite a few spots there.
Yeah, so that's interesting right there. It seems like the top 4 stayed out. 12 laps in. Yeah, we'll see if that 12 laps makes any difference here on tires.
Now, as a driver, I believe I would have wanted tires here myself. But I always want tires. If we run 2 laps, I'd like to have some fresh tires. And it is a beautiful day for racing at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As you see, the fans and the crowd look to be having a pretty good time. I know I'm having a good time up here in the booth with David, and we hope you're having a good time at home watching the stream and enjoying some quality racing here as we are under our first caution on lap, I think it came out on lap 12 of 60. These are long laps, folks, so I know 12 doesn't seem like that much, but 2.5 miles here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You're fighting 4 turns. It's absolutely a long way around.
Yeah, no doubt here. It's takes quite a while to run pace laps around here. I know being behind the wheel, it seems like it takes even longer trying to get around here under yellow.
So on the restart here, once we get ready to get going and the pace truck bounces off, the control truck will be Peter Terrio. Here in this series, we do require the leader who restarts on the inside, where there's lane choice in real life. Most tracks, or I believe all tracks now, we do require that they start on the inside for now. And we're going to ride along with Peter Terrio. He'll be your control truck. He only has to wait until he's inside the restart line in order to go. That the pace truck is completely off the racing surface and on the pit road. On the initial start, they started with Barney through the green flag, but as you see here in a second, Peter will have the ability to start this race as we're riding along with him now. Type of jump that was able to give him there. So yes, he gets up to a couple trucks over Rodney Uberpack right now. Scott Leonard is battling Rodney for that second position on the inside of his 8 Lucky Dog Detainer Chevrolet.
It looks like Rodney Powers is able to clear for second.
Yeah, it looks easy to stretch out to a couple truck, maybe a truck and a half over the 8. But Peter Terrio set sail again. He's out by at least 4 trucks now. 7/10 ahead of the 29. Kind of got tongue twisted there. Scott Leonard, something must have happened to him there. He dropped, he's now dropped to 6th. He's on that outside, and it is not doing him any good being out there. So it looks like Travis Jones Rodriguez in 7th is going to try to take advantage of the 8, whatever handling woes he's having at the moment. The 37 of Charlie Dickey is also going to try to get on that inside. Scott Leonard seems to be dropping like a rock at the moment. Very loose from the exit there. As Cam Harris is now right up in the 118 as the 4 of Sean Purcell, 4 of Chris Needham is trying to complete this pass. Lilith Peters is also now on the inside of the 8.
Yeah, Lilith Peters now up here in the mix. Been running at the back there the first part of that race, so she's trying to make her way to the front now as well.
Jackson Minter has now got around Scott Leonard for the 10th position in this 25 Or Lawn Care truck. Jump up here and take a look at this as Sean Purcell is now trying to get to the inside of Rodney Uberpacker. Looks like he's to his inside and will have the preferred line getting into turn 3, I believe, or I'm sorry, turn 1, yes. chased him down and passed him.
Yeah, what a run early on for Adam. I believe, let's see, Adam did pit, so it looks like if you look at this, the only one left and still in the top 4 that had the old tires is Peter Terrio. The new tires are coming to the front here.
Did Kyle Purcell stop? Yes, he did. Okay. I didn't know if the 10 was on pit road or not, but apparently he was. You're right. Rodney Uberbeck was falling back to 7th. Jackson Minter Chris Needham is in 10th. And it looks like Scott Da Vinci is back to 14th. So, yeah, tires was definitely the right choice. I mean, I know they saved a set, but they have a lot of tires here, so I'm not sure that there was really going to be an issue with tires. With a battle for the 3rd position between brothers of Kyle Purcell and Sean Purcell. Kyle in the 10, Sean in the 00. Looks like for the moment, Kyle may have just a little more speed than his brother. But we're still just 1/3 of the way through this race. We are on lap 20 of 60 of the Salvation Army here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Now looking back to the field here, it looks like Lula Peters now on the inside of Charlie Dickey there for 6, and she'll take that spot, so she's now up 13 spots from where she started. She'd be the biggest mover so far.
So we have a good battle back here as well with Zorku in the 72, Cam Harris in that number 5 number truck tonight, all getting around that 29 of the 13 as well. So 13 of Christian Delgado is going to make it around the 29 of Rodney Uberbecker. So Rodney Uberbecker and Leonard are all struggling without having those tires. Peter Terrio is still managing to hold on to 3rd, but he's now being he's being passed by the 00 of Sean Purcell. Your leader by 2.7 seconds over Kyle Purcell is this man right here. Adam Angerstein is your leader in that number 9 Assault Motorsports Toyota.
And it looks like Adam does have the fastest lap of the race so far with a 53.04.
I have no doubt. I mean, and maybe it was because of the tires too, over the not having tires, but he sure did make it look like he was running the fastest laps on the track, that's for sure. He's now out to almost right at 3 seconds over Kyle Purcell. As we see the 79 of Travis Chuckles Rodriguez making the move with inside of the 00 of Sean Purcell. He's going to complete that pass. Maybe have spoke too soon as the 00 carries that momentum. And now it 79 to 3rd position.
Oh, he gets loose though.
Oh, the 79
corner.
Smacks that inside wall. He's able to maintain. We're going to stay green. That's going to be very costly for Travis. I hate to call a guy out, but when we do, they seem to. But that's what we're here for. We're actually calling on everyone. It just seems coincidence when stuff like that happens.
I think that curse is real.
Yeah, I mean, but we have to speak on folks, or else this would be a pretty boring broadcast. Lilith Peters is working on that 25 of Jackson Minter. We know Lilith, she's not going to ride behind somebody too long. If she feels the need to use the chrome horn to let them know she's back there, she will. Not so sure that would happen here at Indy, but Jackson Minter says, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to pull away from you anyway.
Yeah, looking at the times here, it looks like the
Yellow is out.
last lap there, Adam was the only one in the 53-second bracket. Yeah, let's see what happened on this one. I'm not seeing anything on my end.
No, I'm not seeing anything either. Not sure what caused that. I don't know if we can possibly get an explanation. Dave, can you check, see if you can get an explanation from race control on that? Just to see what if we had 2 cautions now, I can't really explain. Just try to find out what we can.
I will see what I can do.
Your leader is Adam Ingerstein over Kyle Purcell. We are under the second caution of the race. Lap 24 of 60 in the Salvation Army 150 for the Ora Lawn Care Truck Series. Part of the All-American Racing League. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network. And we're going to be here with you throughout this entire race. Looks like the 9 is bringing them down to pit road. Pit lane's going to be a busy place, I believe, as the only truck to stay out is Jeremy Zorku Flanagan. He last pitted on lap 12, so 12 laps ago. I'm not sure he saw what was happening to the leaders earlier because it was almost exactly the same amount of time. We're on lap 25. They were last in on lap 12. And it was really costly for most everyone.
Yeah, what I'm curious is if you'll see him come down and pit the next time by. Maybe he stayed out just to pick up a bonus point towards the championship.
You know, that's a very good call. That's oh, look at the 8 spins trying to get off pit road. Has to back it up. I'm not sure if he realized that there's no collisions. He could have kept on coming out, I believe, but Scott Leonard, a costly mistake pulling out there. And it looks like he's used a fast repair as he back into his box. Not sure. Let me rewind it here. Folks, I hate to do it this way, but to kind of back up and see if he was leaving or if that occurred getting into his box and maybe he just overshot it. Yeah, so that's what it was. I just caught the tail end of it, but that's what it was. He was actually entering his box and kind of slid through, came in a little too hot. Your leader is Zorku Jeremy Flanagan in the 72 Dominion Motorsports Chevrolet. Actually, in this series, he's in the Couch Cup. And that sometimes confuses me. I apologize to Jeremy and to Kajicut Motorsports. Jeremy is driving for his own team there, the 72 Kajicut Motorsports machine.
I say he just changes his team name to something we can pronounce.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that as well.
Yeah, we have a hard enough time with drivers' names.
I agree, Dave, I agree. Let's see what we got here on Jeremy's out of Pennsylvania. Get followed by Kyle Purcell, Sean Purcell in third, Peter Terrios in fourth, Adam Ingerstein is in fifth. He lost a few positions there in pit road. Actually, is he fifth? Yes. They shuffle up a little bit over time to score here, and it's a little confusing while they're running side by side here. But the lights are out on the pace car. We're gonna go. Jeremy did not pit, so I guess he's gonna stay out there and just give it a shot. See if his tires he can make them work as well as Terrio did there for a while.
I do get a kick out of Angerstein's or Angerstein. I apologize. See the names.
I've been doing it wrong as well.
Angerstein's deck lid. I mean, who doesn't like kittens, right?
I know my dogs sure do.
There's a lot of hungry dogs behind Angerstein too that probably don't like that kitten.
Without a doubt. And, there's some pit bulls back there. I imagine they're going to be ready to get moving on him here real soon. All right, as we're gonna join, Barney's been up here holding his yellow flag, just waiting. See if he switches for a green, and he does. The control truck is the 72 of Zorku Flanagan. And he's waiting, and he spins his tires a little, but he is off. As we sit at the start-finish, waiting for the wow.
Yeah, nice little jump there for Jeremy. Down to Kyle Purcell. Not gonna let him get away, but now we've got Sean Purcell to the inside here of his brother Kyle.
Big head of steam coming down the backstretch to heading towards 3. As we enter 3, we'll get on board here today. We're get a sense of speed they're carrying through these turns, and it's absolutely how these guys are each other together, guys and gals. As Jeremy just being passed to the Kyle Purcell.
That's quite a battle. They're still side by side down here.
Oh, 3 wide.
3 wide.
26 tries to, I think the 72 may just backed one out of that. The 10, I believe.
Looks like Angerstein pushing Terrio down the back stretch.
Angerstein is one fast truck. Man, very impressive to run as he's now back up to the 3rd position. Jeremy Flanagan on the oldest tires in the field is now dropped to 5th. And they're going to swallow him up. As the 72 hits the wall just a little.
Yeah, big slide from Mr. Q coming off that corner as well.
Adam Angerstein, he's making a run on that 26. It's I don't think it's going to be long. He's going to be our leader again. Don't think it'll be long at all.
Kyle Purcell just put down his quickest lap of the race that last time by.
Adam Angerstein still holds that by over a 10th, the fastest lap of the race. By over a 10th over Peter, Terrio, and Kyle Purcell. Almost 2 tenths over Purcell. Looks like that 9 does need to get him a new windshield banner. Kyle Purcell's still your leader over Peter Terrio by 4 tenths of a second. It's another 2 tenths back to Adam Angerstein. And then we're about another maybe half second back to Sean Purcell.
Yeah, it looks like Terrio's slowly closing that gap here.
Cameron Harris was really shoving that 72 down that backstretch a second ago, and now he's going to move to his inside. I think he's realized that the 72's tires are not on. I was really expecting Cam to be marching his way to the front again, but haven't really seen the speed out of him that I was thinking. It's not over yet by a long ways. We're just past halfway, 31 of 60 here in the Salvation Army 150. 75 miles into this. I was really expecting to see a little further up the field, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, I expect to still see him at the front here later on. Cam's a very patient driver. We've seen him do this in the past. A little bit different pit strategy than other cars. Looks like he's kind of keeping pace at the moment, but I expect to see him near the front here before we get to the end.
So our biggest mover of the race is that 97 truck of Jackson Carr, newcomer Jackson Carr. I think this is his very first race, and he is up to the 5th position, up 13 spots from where he started in P18.
Chris is pulled to the back of Christian Delgado and up behind Chris Needham, looking to try to break into the top 10.
Yeah, looks like you get by that 13 of Delgado. Take 11th. Next they'll be working on Chris Needham. The 5's to the inside of the 4 as someone got really loose across the track. Was that Charlie Dickey or Chris Needham that got sideways there?
Looks like Charlie Dickey.
Back up front, the 10 of Kyle Purcell. That comfortable lead is kind of dwindling away to Peter Terrio, but these guys better be watching that mirror, and maybe that's what happened. Peter was watching the mirror. He saw that 9 of Angerstein coming. Said, "Now's the time to go. I can't ride anymore."
And it does look like Angerstein is catching his front tooth. Looks like he dropped it down to a little under a second here behind Kyle Purcell.
Peter Terrio's pulled out to 3/10 of a second over Kyle Purcell since he made that pass. But like you said, yeah, Adam Angerstein, he's picking him up, putting him down on these lap times here with 25 laps to go in the Salvation Army 150. I mean, 25 laps, that's a long time. We will see pit stops. Hopefully no more cautions, but so far we really haven't had a whole lot of cautions, so kind of happy with what's been going on here. Lilith Peters just moved up to the 6th position around the 97 of Jackson Carr, but Jackson Carr battling back on that outside. Here's a fun fact. They're both battling now for the most positions gained for the race, tied for 12th as they currently run. If Lilith gets around that 97, she'll be up 13 and he'll be up 12 or 11. But the 79 of Travis Rodriguez, it's a great run there on Lilith Peters. But as they head to the first race, there we are. Turn 3. Real close to that wall. Wow. Jackson Carr was able to get around Jackson Minter. Around Jackson Minter. Jackson Carr is currently in 5th position. Jackson Minter 6th. Lilith Peters is 7th. Travis Rodriguez is 8th, but don't look now. He's really putting pressure on that Kajikat Motorsports entry of Lilith. And again, each time I talk about juggles, something happens. Looks like he might have scraped the wall there a little bit, slowed his truck down some.
Yeah, it's quite the battle going on right here with Lilith and Jackson, I guess it is. So Sean Purcell in the mix.
They've got Sean Purcell hung up on that outside there. And Jackson Minter's going to complete that pass. Lilith's going to try to get in there, get her nose in there, and take advantage of that as well. I thought they would work the draft, but the 25 was actually loose, and Lilith had to take it to the inside. 3 wide.
Sean Purcell back to the inside of Lilith Peters here.
And now Lilith's going to be the one stuck on that outside if she's not careful.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to keep her out there, but she's able to power back off the corner there and get back in front of Sean. Now Rodriguez trying to take a peek underneath the 00. See if he can move up another spot and just tuck him behind here through the short chute.
If we can get ourselves on board here. Right. Jackson. This battle is. You really hear it. He's having to lift that throttle a little bit on the train. Keep the truck from sliding down to the wall. On and off the bottom, and that's not really on the line. Your leader by 2 seconds is Peter Terrio. He has 2 seconds over Kyle Purcell in second, and Adam Angerstein is third. Looks like Jackson Carr has chased down Adam Angerstein. We may be about to see another battle for this third position. Lilith Peters was able to maintain fifth, or get fifth out of all that mess that was going on back there, as Cam Harris has now moved into the sixth position, getting around Sean Purcell.
Yeah, like I said, I thought we'd see Cam Harris make his way to the front before this is over. Like you were saying earlier, very smooth driver, always has speed pretty much everywhere he decides to race. So no surprise to me that he's kind of making his way to the front.
Yeah, I mean, with 21 laps left, it's kind of go time. If you were running in the back there, you don't know if this thing's going to go green the rest of the way. That we may see green flag pit stops a little bit. It's you really want to put yourself in the best position you can. If it stays green, to be able to capitalize on others' mistakes, or if the caution comes out to where you will have a better chance of getting off of pit road. In maybe a better position than you came in. You know, if you're coming down the pit with those top 3, 4, you come out with the lead if your team comes to bat for you there. So Jackson Carr was able to get around Adam Angerstein. Let's go back and see how that happened. This is for the third position. So he was really tucked up behind that 9, heading down the backstretch. As we head into turn 3, 97 just actually pulls left to get himself ready for that entry, and makes it around there pretty smooth.
Yeah, Jackson Carr has been on the move here as of late. Really bringing it to the front.
Jackson Carr is out of Iowa. Really appreciate the fact that a new driver, he doesn't have his windshield banner yet, but quickly got his information updated. Followed the instructions very well. We really thank you, Jackson. So back here towards the back of the pack a little bit, we have the 15 blue-gray plastic fabrication Chevrolet of Justin Horton, followed by Christian Delgado. Looks like there must be some
yeah, it looks like some pit stops going on here.
Oh, was it just caught? Rodney Uberpacker getting slowed down to get to pit road. 15 dives down pit road and almost loses it. That might be a speeding penalty. We'll have to see if they hold him.
Yeah, but it looks like we've got, let's see, Dickey's in, Jackson Carr's in, Uber Packer's in, Justin Horton is in on this lap. So we got, looks like 4 of them.
$18 laps to go. They're going to run this thing out from here, getting some fresh tires. They're really going to make some time on these guys in the front as Peter Terrio is your leader. As Cal Purcell, Lil Peters, Adam Hastings, Travis Juggles Rodriguez, all on pit road. Cam Harris is in second. Third is Sean Purcell, Chris Lloyd fourth, and Scott Leonard is your top 5.
So still waiting on Peter Terrio, Cameron Harris, Sean Purcell, Chris Needham, Scott Leonard, Christian Delgado, and Charlie Dickey still on track waiting for their pit stops here. Let's see if Peter comes this time. And he is. Peter, looks like Peter's coming. Cameron Harris skips pit road. He's going to stay out. Sean Purcell is in as well. Chris Needham hits pit road. Scott Leonard.
So Cam was last in with everybody else on lap 24. I'm not sure that he can make it on fuel. I honestly don't believe he can. But these tires, I think the folks who came down to the pits first, I think really are going to benefit from those fresh tires being out there on track. Lilith Peters was the first, I believe, off pit road of the drivers who took tires in that first round of pit stops. Or maybe the second round. The first guy's down with like the 15. Justin Horton, which is a lap down. I believe you get held for the penalty. Zorku is back in 17th.
So Cameron Harris has now hit pit road.
That'll hand the lead over to Charlie Dickey. Unless we see him come down, and he does not. I thought he was going to. But he's going to stay out and lead a lap. So it looks like Lilith Peters only took 2 tires. She had to stop at 7.7. That would be why she beat the people she came down with. However, Peter Terrio came down 2 laps later and is still going to be your race. Looks like he's probably going to become the race leader once all the pit stops are completed. As he just overtook Cameron Harris, who's been on pit road. Charlie Dickey's still yet to come down.
Christian Delgado. Two tires is interesting. We'll see how that pans out here.
No, Christian Delgado has not been to pit road since the lap 12 caution, the very first caution.
It also looks like Cam Harris may have taken 2 tires. It looks like he had a 7-second stop here. So Cam may be on that same strategy.
Yeah, but I just don't know that it's going to pay off because the other folks that took 4 are already out ahead of them. So I'm not sure that the 2 tires is going to pay off for Lilith or Cam at this point. But I'm just the announcer. I'm here to call it, not to predict how it's going to go. Dictate how it's going to go, but Charlie Dickey is your leader with Christian Delgado in second, Peter Terrio third, Jackson Carr is fourth, and Lilith Peters rounds out your top 5. This is the Salvation Army 150 for the OR Lawn Care Truck Series. We are the All-American Racing League, and we are broadcasting from the All-American Sim Racing Network. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you're having a good time, enjoying this race. The drivers seem to be putting on a pretty good show for us today.
It looks like Charlie Dickey's still staying on track, and you've got Peter Terrio, running him down in a hurry on those fresh tires. Already below 5 seconds, and it seems like it's a tenth a second per second that he was running Charlie Dickey down on those fresh tires.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's just the time's just ticking away there. That's 20 lap fresher tires on Peter Terrio. Behind him is Jackson Carr, about a half second back. We have trucks all over this track. Charlie Dickey, still your race leader. He is now bringing it down to pit road. Gets a little swirly there, but I believe he might have got it slowed down in time. Let's see what Dickey's going to try to do here. Obviously going to have to take tires. The battle is on between Peter Terrio and Jackson Carr for the lead. Peter Terrio currently holds it. Jackson Carr wants it. Who's going to come out on top?
Looks like there was a little contact made. It looked like I've watched Jackson and all his passes. He's usually right on the rear bumper and makes that quick dive to the inside. And it looked like he kind of hooked Peter Terrio just a little bit there when he tried to make that move. So
we're gonna get back to take a look at it.
I don't think he did anything intentionally. It was just that quick move, kind of hooked him on the rear bumper.
Yeah, I almost want to say net code, but it wasn't. It looks like maybe he even gave the position back to Peter Terrio.
And like I said, I've been watching Jackson on some of his passes. That's how he gets that run down the straightaways and makes that quick dive to the inside. I think he just misjudged a little bit there. Yeah, like I said, it looks like he kind of gave that spot back as a little bit of an apology there, and tried to regroup and run him back down.
Sometimes that happens, and it's the right thing to do. Giving the position back, saying, "Hey, didn't mean to do this, and I don't want to let it happen again." So.
It looks like since that point, Jackson's kind of losing time to Terrio at the moment.
Well, since these guys got synced up together, earlier Adam Industry was holding that fastest lap time, but now we have Jackson Carr with the fastest of a 52.63 with Peter Terrio at a 52.76. So these guys using that draft together down that straightaway made some pretty quick time. Now Peter Terrio is out to almost a full second over Jackson Carr, with Cal Purcell in third. Lilith Peters falling back to the fourth position. Cam Harris is rounding out your top five. And there comes Adam. 9 laps to go. Let's see if he can turn it on. Up to the sixth position. Looks like he's battling Cam Harris for that fifth spot. And not much of a battle as Adam just drives in there and takes it.
Yeah, I think Adam, too bad. He was quick there early, but he's trying to work his way back up here to the front, see if he can get a few more spots here before this race is over.
Yeah, with 8 laps to go, he's got a 7.5 second gap back to, that's just back to Lilith, right? So, yeah, he's
looks like he's 7.5 back from fourth place here.
Right, yeah, he's 13 seconds back from our leader, Peter Terrio.
And Charlie Dickey went from leading the race to 1 lap down and 15th after staying out. I think that just a product of staying out too long, and those fresh tires really, ran him down in a hurry.
Yeah, tires seem to be huge here. As you saw Cam Harris just get passed by Travis Juggles Rodriguez, we know that Cam only took 2 tires.
Yeah, and it looks like Little Peter's still holding strong there in 4th on that 2-tire stop, or what I believe is it's had to have been a 2-tire stop. So seems like it's paid off for her. Looks like Cam has struggled a little bit here on the 2 tires.
Sorry, folks, I had to try to get my dogs to quiet down there. They're up here in the booth hanging out and decided to make a little racket. Jackson Carr this is what a second and a half looks like, folks. As you see, Peter Terrio just across the start-finish line, getting ready to hit into turn 1. We're riding along with Jackson Carr, who he's made up a little bit of time right there on the entry 1 as he scrapes the wall. Dave, what are we gonna do, man?
Oh, it's 6 laps to go. It's go time, right? These guys, they're putting down anything they can. Especially Jackson Carr. He's probably frustrated. He had a shot at taking that top spot, and whatever happened, and it looks like he's just. He's maintaining that second and a half, but at this point, without a caution, I don't see anybody touching Terrio here for the win. But you never know. Cautions come out and cautions breed cautions, so this one may not be over yet.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm riding along with somebody and mention it again, and then goes up and smacks the wall for me just to prove us right on this whole curse.
I'll stop doing that.
I know, right? So let's see what's going on back here with Chris Needham and Cam Harris. Trying to find where is our exciting stuff. Where's the battles? There's got to be a battle on here somewhere. As we see the 10 truck getting around that lapped machine. Sorry about that camera view, folks. The cameraman must have took a break there.
No, he could have went down to the Salvation Army to drop off some used goods.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a good thing for everybody to do. You have some slightly gently used items that other people can use. And you're in the spirit of giving. Salvation Army is a good place to do that, as they help tens of thousands of people, maybe more than that. I'm not sure on those numbers, but every year. So it's summertime, folks. You're going to be going through your items from the winter, or even through your new summer items. Help a family in need. Help the Salvation Army get some things that they can get into the right hands. They can use it.
Looks like it snuck up on it. We got three laps to go now. Looks like Peter Terrio showing the point. Jackson Carr now is stripped back to about almost 3 seconds back. Then you get Kyle Purcell sitting in third, 5 seconds off the leader. Lilith Peters still holding in there in fourth. Adam Angerstein, he's cut that 7.5. Let's see, he's down to 7.5, down to 6 seconds now. So he's gained a second and a half on Lilith Peters. There's just not enough time for him to make that gap up.
No, I would have taken a caution. You were right when you called it there earlier. Very fast truck for Adam. Peter Terrio obviously has a very fast truck as well.
It looks like Lilith Peters is Lilith is hunting Kyle Purcell here for third. kind of take a look to the inside. Not quite enough.
Oh, was they both hit the wall there on the exit. Giving it all they can. You see Lilith kind of drifting it there through the next turn.
Yeah, so this kind of looks like the battle to watch right here for third place.
I believe you're right, Dave. You called that one right. Real tight battle here. We'll spread out a little bit throughout the field elsewhere. Looks like Sean Purcell maybe catching Zorko a little bit for that 12th position, but we're going to stay right here as we're at 2 laps. We are on the final lap. Let's ride around, or just stay with this view, but Peter Terrio's out to a comfortable lead. We're going to stick around after the race, folks. We're going to get the top 3 in the booth for an interview, as it's Peter Terrio, Jackson Carr, and Cal Purcell are your current leaders. If Lilith gets around them, she'll take that 3rd position, so that's why it's
Lilith gets loose there in the wall. Yep. That may have ruined her shot right there.
Yeah, and she really wanted to get that podium, so she was just kind of giving it all she had for the last couple of laps there. But great finish for Lilith, nonetheless.
She's not done yet. She's right back to his rear bumper here.
About to speak too soon.
It looks like coming through turn 3, coming into turn 4 here.
Hello. She gets to the bumper of that 10. Almost.
Looks to the outside, back to the inside. I don't know who's gonna get it. It's gonna be Kyle.
And it was Kyle Purcell at the line. So your winner, Peter Terrio. Jackson Carr 2nd, Kyle Purcell 3rd, Lilith Peters is 4th, Adam Angerstein is 5th, 6th is Travis Juggles Rodriguez, Chris Needham 7th, 8th Kane Harris, 9th Jackson Minter, and 10th is Rodney Uberpacker. Dave, they didn't disappoint tonight. Looks like we've had some crashes going on. Not sure what happened over there. Maybe they just stopped on track, and I'm seeing them that way. But
yeah, it looks like they're just all parking and exiting. I don't see Jackson Carr in the chat. I know he was new tonight, so he may not have been in the Discord as of quite yet. But yeah, so he's not in Discord. Oh, there he is. It looks like he just popped in.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get Kyle Purcell in here.
Alright, let's go see if I can grab Kyle. Hey Kyle, it's Dave up in the booth. You got me?
I do.
Hey bud, another great run for you. That was fun watching the battle with you and Lilith there at the end. Looked like she smacked the wall, threw her shot at anything. So good run. How'd you like Indy?
Yeah, it was alright. I'm definitely not comfortable with it. Turn 1, I felt like I was going to hit the wall every time, and I did a few times, but not hard enough to be too big of an issue. And Lilith and I were just talking about how we were both beating the wall down, trying to beat each other out of that corner. And I was on 4 tires, she was on 2, so she was just better than me, but the tires saved me, I think. So.
Well, I'll tell you, Cal, that was absolutely exciting, that last 2 laps. The whole race in general was great to watch from up here. But that battle at the end, we stuck with you guys throughout, as Lilith was really wanting that podium, it seemed, and you guys, you were right. Both of you were just giving it everything, and we saw you smack the wall, and then she followed you into it, and then a little bit later she smacked the wall on her own, and then I thought she was going to get that bumper. Were you concerned that she might have given you a little tap there coming out of 4?
I saw it coming, and I tried to put myself in position that if she did, it would be square enough that I wouldn't go around. So I was just like, well, whatever I do, I'm going to make sure she can't get a run on the outside. So I kind of blocked off the outside and let her swing to the inside and just drag race it out. But no, she definitely, I think, give her a few, 3 more laps, I think she would have had me, because the tires had leveled off at that point. She started to pull back up to me, and obviously at the end she was right at my bumper. So that was a good race. I'm really glad that we were able to get it clean between us there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. Dave, you got something else?
No, I mean, great job. Seems like we're talking to you every week, so keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you a lot.
Yep. You got anybody you'd like to thank before we send you back to start the party?
No, just as usual, my teammates. Good to see my modified version of my paint scheme on the podium at least. Hopefully, get back to some tracks that I'm a little more comfortable with and improve upon today. But today was overall a pretty good result, all things considered, so I'm pretty happy.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations, P3.
Thank you.
Gonna bring in Jackson Carr. Jackson, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Jackson. This is Hillbilly and David in the booth. Man, this is your first race with Or Lawn Care Truck Series. How do you think it went, man? I mean, P2, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I decided to do this race with 4 minutes until the session closed, rushed to put a blank scheme together. But I had fun. First ever laps at Indy, not in an Indy car, so I'll take it.
Well, that's pretty impressive run, being the first time in this car at Indy. But yeah, you seem to put on a good show out there, man. Very fast truck tonight. So are you going to continue to run? You coming back next week?
Next week is Kansas. On the NASCAR schedule, you could say that's the closest track to me. I really suck at 1.5 miles where you have to save tires, but I'll give it a shot.
Right on, man. Well, we enjoyed watching you. Dave, you got anything for Jackson?
No, that was fun to watch your first run with us, and congrats on a P2 and anyone you want to thank.
Well, I want to thank Peter for not yelling at me because I mean I hit him. I went over comms, said sorry. I gave the position back. I want to thank Jason Middleton. He couldn't get the number on in time, so he was crew chief spotting me there. So I want to thank him as well, and you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Hey, man, and honestly, we called that out too as we went back and watched that replay of where you kind of got into the 26 there. That was, as we said on the broadcast, that's a very stand-up thing to do, given the position back, and that was solid.
Yeah, I don't win races like that, especially on my debut. I don't want to dump someone for a win.
Right on, man. Well, congratulations on P2. We're going to send you back to celebrate and bring in that leader. Dave, can you grab the leader? Or winner, shall I say?
Yeah, let's see here. Where is he?
There he is. I see him. I can grab him. Peter Terrio. You got Hillbilly and Dave in the booth, man. We're talking to you once again. How's it going?
Awesome. That was a great race.
Yeah, we were just talking to Jackson Carr in his first race, and he mentioned the incident, and we also caught it on the broadcast where he kind of got into you a little bit and got around you there, and he did the right thing and gave that position back, which I thought was the right thing to do. He didn't want to get you bent out of shape like that, so thought it was a pretty stand-up deal for him. But man, you're the winner.
Yeah, I've raced with Jackson before. I've raced with him for a long time. Back before I ran any leagues on iRacing even, so I know he doesn't race like that, and I know that was just a little bit of a misjudgment. I really I happy that he gave me back the position. I didn't expect that. I kind of more saw it as a racing incident, but yeah, I'm happy I saved it because that was probably one of my best ever saves on iRacing. I was sideways down half the straightaway, but yeah, I can't believe I won this. I mean, I was pretty quick in practice. I qualified second. It would have been awesome to get a pole, but I can't complain about that. I only had I didn't practice prior to the race. I didn't have time, especially with the SRM race that I did yesterday. So to come out and win and lead a bunch of laps felt really good.
Now you're 12 points coming into this race behind Kyle Purcell. Obviously, you gained I think a few points on him today. Definitely gained a few points on him today. So closing that gap a little bit with one more race next week before we start the playoffs. It's an awesome win for you today. It looked fun out there, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of racing here myself, but looked like you guys were having a blast. Dave?
Yeah, that was a fun race to watch, and I think I called it out on the broadcast. As I had watched Jackson there, it seemed like a lot of his passes. That's kind of how he did it. He kind of would suck right up to the rear bumper, and right before you get into the corner, he kind of make that dive down to the bottom, and then he just misjudged it. So that's a good stand up move for him to give that spot back. Unfortunately, when he gave it back, he kind of lost his chance at the win. I think he just lost all that momentum, and it was over at that point. So, but congratulations on the win, Peter, and I'm sure we'll talk to you many more times here before the season's out.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really clean race, honestly. Phenomenal long green flag runs, especially right there at the end. And it wasn't really like a fuel mileage race either, so it came down to pit stops and all that, which I really like. And I mean, all in all, I mean, I have never done a race here besides the iRacing Indy 500, so this was definitely different.
So Peter, there was a little bit of concern on lap 12 when the caution was out, and 4 of you guys stayed out on the track. Looks like you were the only one of the 4 that was able to kind of maintain in that top 5 after not changing tires there for that next 12 lap stint before the next caution.
Yeah. So that I think my restart really helped on that because I was able to get out to a little bit of a lead, and they started battling behind me. So that was a big help. And then obviously we had a caution kind of shortly after, about 10 laps after, which was also another big help because I was able to keep the gap pretty like around the same throughout that run once Purcell hits me. So yeah, I mean, luckily I didn't lose more ground doing that, and just in case I had an extra set of tires saved at the end that others didn't have. Obviously it didn't come down to that, but just got to plan ahead.
Well, great job planning ahead. Great job, running this race and planning this race, the strategies and how you decided to execute. You got the victory, and any shout outs, sponsors, so forth?
Yeah, so Rebellion Graphics, primary sponsor on this number 26 Dominion Motorsports Chevrolet. Chad Snyder, team owner for Dominion Motorsports, and he was also in race control, did a great job. You guys for broadcasting, and obviously hosting this league. Travis Struggles Rodriguez as well for hosting this league. And the Bean team. There's a couple members of the Bean team racing in here tonight, so I gotta shout them out. I got some flack from them for not shouting them out last time I got an interview, so
The Bean team. Okay, we'll talk offline about that, but very good run, man. Dave, you got anything else, or we're gonna send him back to start his party?
You can go back and party, buddy.
All right, Peter, you have a good one, man. Congratulations. Peter Terrio, your winner tonight in the Salvation Army 150 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for Or Lawn Care Truck Series, part of All American Racing League. So, Dave, let's give the folks at home a rundown of our finishing order. I'm gonna get you some good graphics up here, and we'll get them started. For this race, we are and we know who the top 3 are because we've already checked them out.
Yeah.
But
So we already talked to Peter Terrio, obviously in first there. Jackson Carr, newcomer, comes away with a P2, and your biggest mover of the race was up 16 positions. He was able to beat Lilith out there for the biggest mover. Third goes to Kyle Purcell. Fourth will go to Lilith Peters. Fifth will be Adam Angerstein, so a great run for Adam. Sixth goes to Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Seventh will go to Chris Needham, also a newcomer today. Eighth will go to Cameron Harris. Ninth will go to Jackson Minter. 10th, Rodney Uberpacker.
11th, we have Don Manning. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Dave. Started a little early. Don Manning in 11th. Sean Purcell is in 12th. Zorku Flanagan is in 13th. It is 72. 14th is Charlie Dickey. 15th is Christian Delgado. Justin Horton brings it home in 16th. Scott, our pole sitter, was our pole sitter, yes? Scott
yes,
Litter
it was
brings
Scott.
home 17th. David Sharon brings home 18th. Tyrone Yo in 19th. 20th is Ryan Everhart. Johnny May is 21st. Not sure Johnny May even took the green there, but that's all right.
Yeah, so it was a great race overall. A couple cautions there early on. Got to see a good green flag run. Some great battles all the way around. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, Peter Terrio just by far had the fastest truck all night. There was really, once they got sorted out, there really wasn't a lot of competition for him. The closest maybe would have been Jackson Carr, and I think we all saw what happened there. So great run for Peter, great run for Jackson and Kyle as well. But no, it was a fun race to watch, fun race to call. Where are we headed next week? Kansas?
Next week we're off to Kansas. Yes, we are. And
changing gears.
Yeah, man, and that will be the final race to get into that top 12. Unfortunately, we don't have updated points yet, but we'll have them. Actually, we may have something. Nope, not yet. So next week we'll have that rundown for you before the race to let you know what's at the cutoff for 12th position, 12th and final position, to see who still has a shot to get in, who may be out of luck or has an opportunity to fall out of it. But as David was saying, this was a really exciting race today. Good driving by all the drivers here tonight. We hope you at home enjoyed the broadcast. This is the All-American Racing League. This is the Or Lawn Care Truck Series. You just watched the Salvation Army 150 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, presented by us in the booth, David and Hillbilly, for the All-American Sim Racing Network. We're out.